it's okay to have a moment where you're like, why did I do that? It's more about how you come back from it and how you're able to push forward. Because if you always stay in the same place for a long time, you're not gonna grow. Hello, I am Faith Devine, and I am in 12th grade, and I am 17 years old. I got into volleyball during quarantine because I wasn't able to cheer anymore, and I wanted to be in a sport where I didn't quit and it made me push. So volleyball was something that I want to consistently get better at, and that's when I figured out that was my sport and that's something that I really want to do. Freshman year, I really started off with nothing. I came in, I really had no idea what I was doing. And honestly, I thought volleyball was easy. I thought it was nothing. I was like, oh, all you have to do is just pass a ball. You just gotta set it and hit it. It's nothing.
Okay. Hi, I am Maura Yarbrough. I am a first grade teacher in CMS at Highland Creek Elementary School, and I coach varsity volleyball at Mallard Creek High School, as well as coaching club at Carolina Juniors Volleyball. So, and we were just talking about this a second ago, but as a freshman, I mean, Faith didn't know what she was doing. She didn't know anything about volleyball, just that we knew that looking at her that she was athletic and she had the ability to learn it, and that's what brought us in. But initially, when I first saw her, was this girl she doesn't know anything about rotations. You know, she doesn't know how the game flows, how it works. But she was super athletic and she was really willing to learn. So that's what really brought us on with her.
So I had to learn to, first off, figure out how to talk to my teammates because I had no idea how to do that. I was very shy. I didn't really like to talk. And volleyball is all talking, so you can't be quiet in the sport. You have to yell or scream, call mine. So that was the first thing I had to figure out.
My name's Kimmy Kwok. I am a math teacher here at Mallard Creek High School, and I also coach volleyball. Her freshman and sophomore year, you could tell she was a turtle in a shell. She was very quiet behind the scenes, not as outspoken, and you could see that there wasn't as much confidence there. But as she started growing out that shell, you could see her confidence spike up. And that could be, like she said previously, it was a lesson learning year, her sophomore year. It's not always about playing time. It's about how are you going to overcome the obstacle of not playing, and what's your attitude going to be like? What are you going to do to make sure you are going to play the following year? I think once she figured that out, her confidence started blossoming. And as her confidence started blossoming, you could tell her skill leveled up with it.
When she was a freshman, she would get very frustrated and like flustered, which makes sense, because when you don't know anything about volleyball and the way that it works on the court, somebody yelling at you to move to this place when you may or may not even know where that place is really frustrating. It was frustrating as a coach too, because it's like, how else can I explain this to you in a way that makes sense?
And I worked very hard over the summer. And then sophomore year, I made varsity. Funny thing, when I thought you made varsity before you're actually supposed to make it, which is junior year, I thought you automatically got playtime. I did not get playtime. I was definitely benched. And at first I hated it, and I was like in a bad mental space, because that's when my coach, Kimmy, taught me that volleyball is more of a mental game, not just physical. You can't just go out and play without having the right mindset going into playing volleyball. So I think that's why I was more benched in my skill, because you can't go into the game just thinking it's nothing, because you're not going to play at the best level that you need to. But after being benched, it built character development for me, and it helped me stand more on how I feel and being able to express myself more and learning how to work for things. Because I work for things all the time, but just really understanding that just because you work for something doesn't always mean it's going to come when you want it to. So that was very big character development for me.
I think her biggest challenge is knowing that it's okay to fail, and it's okay to be a failure in the beginning, because just like the quote where, and I'm not sure who said it, so I'm not going to quote who said it, but if you fall down 10 times, are you going to stay on the ground, or are you going to get up the 11th time? You just have to not give up. I'm not sure what the correct words is, but knowing that no matter how hard I might push you, or the constructive criticism might be mentally hard, not giving up is a big thing in developing and growing. I do have a thing of trying to make my players uncomfortable, because I tell them, I don't make you uncomfortable just for you to be uncomfortable. I put you in uncomfortable situations to see how you get yourself out of it, because for you to grow, you have to know how to deal with discomfort.
Volleyball in a mental game, to me, it means to be able to play without having anybody get in your head per se. Like when I'm on the volleyball court and I'm playing, I have to focus and not get in my head, because if you do, it kind of just make things a lot worse. And just learning to multitask and just play and have fun. Because volleyball, I would definitely say it's more mental than physical, because if you're not in a good headspace to play, you probably won't have the best game. So that's what I say. When they're struggling mentally, I just try to get them to remember it's just a game. And I know that's so cliche because like, oh, it's just a game, but it really is. And that's when we get into the mental part of volleyball. And it's just like, at the end of the day, it's just a game. And there is no volleyball without a mistake. And it's okay to make one. But just not getting all jumbled up in your head. It's like, oh my gosh, I'm the worst player. Oh, I suck. Like, everybody started from somewhere. And as a senior, that's something I always carried with me because I always remember coming in and you're feeling like, oh, I'm gonna make a mistake. I'm the worst person here. And it's like we all came from somewhere. And that's what I really try to help with the freshmen coming in now. And just knowing it's okay to mess up. It's okay. Even people that are playing collegiately, they mess up. And it's okay to mess up because that's all a part of the game.
She is, like I said, constantly asking questions and ways that she can fix whatever the mistake is that she's making. But I also see her make those mistakes and then she will look around or she'll talk to herself and be like, I need to do this more, or I need to do that more. I need to get my arms back further. So she's critiquing herself and finding ways to fix whatever it is that she's trying to fix.
It's very heartwarming to see the growth that she's developed throughout these 4 years. As a coach, a lot of people think, oh, you're just coaching to send them off to play higher level volleyball. But really, when it comes to high school sports, your goal is to not just develop skills, you're here to develop life skills. So that is being ready for the real world, knowing how to handle adversity, because when you go to the real world, you have to deal with adversity. You have to figure out ways to overcome obstacles where mommy and daddy might not always be there to save you. What am I going to do to solve this problem? That's my biggest thing here, especially within the program here at Mallard Creek. I do have a big goal of developing leaders on and off the court and not just volleyball players playing at the next level.
I'm most proud of coming off of the bench junior year and being able to be the all-conference player and being able to have the best sportsmanship award, because a lot of people could quit. And I mean, I was thinking about quitting, but I just had to realize that life isn't always gonna be cupcakes and rainbows. And I had to build off of what Coach Kimmy taught me, which was to be the leader that I am. And I had no idea the impact that I had on my teammates just as a junior. I honestly did not think I was gonna get a reward at all that year. I just felt like a placeholder, honestly. But being able to win an award and knowing that I earned it without having this goal or the intentions of, man, I want to get an award this year. I just went out and I played my game and I got all conference. Because I thought seniors only got all conference. Honestly, I didn't even know you could get all conference. Just being able to win that award and the sportsmanship, that meant a lot to me. And it helped me realize how my teammates looked at me as well.
It feels really nice reflecting on my high school career. I feel very fulfilled in all the hard work that I've done and everything that I've grown in outside the court and on the court, mentally, and just my physical capabilities. I feel like I've grown, and I'm very happy to be a senior, and I'm very happy to see my progress so far.
I hope I left a positive impact on my teammates, and I hope that they look up to me and want to play to the best of their ability. I hope I was able to show them determination and perseverance and just to play to the best that they can.
Okay, I say this a lot. I would say you need to learn not to take it so seriously. I feel like there's a lot of pressure that's put on us, especially like coming into varsity. So I would say that you need to take everything with a grain of salt and remember everything and remember how good of a player you are and just stick to your values as a person.
Throughout playing volleyball in my high school years, I've definitely learned the importance of discipline on and off the court, because I think it really applies to real life scenarios where you just have to get something done and believe in yourself and just push through. So the lesson that I've learned is just, if you put your all into something, you're gonna get a good outcome no matter what happens, and that you matter in the whole process. That's the biggest lesson I've learned.
My future plans is to go play volleyball for college and hopefully go pro, because want to continue my dream. And my high school career has prepared me for being really disciplined, going to college, because it's a lot more work. So I think I'm really prepared for my coaches, my teammates, and
Senior night to me means all the work that I put in, especially because at the start of my volleyball career, I was very behind and I just wasn't very great and I didn't know anything about the sport. So tonight to me means just basically everything that I've worked for and how far I've come over the past 2 years, coming from JV to varsity. And after school, high school, I plan to go to college and play volleyball and leave it there. I don't plan on going anywhere else after that, but yeah.
It's so bittersweet. It's like I'm so excited for my new journey. I'm excited that I'm able to get out into the real world, but it's also like I love my mom, love my dad. I'm gonna miss them. I love being in the house. I love my friends because I know a lot of people say that once you leave high school, you're not really gonna see your high school friends like that. I love my high school friends so much. Like, I don't know, I'm just not ready to move on from this chapter, but I'm just really excited because I love exploring and getting out into the real world and being able to see new things.
Little does she know, a lot of players do look up to her. And that is all, should be your goal as a senior, is to have the younger girls look up to you. I think she's left a legacy of anybody can start anywhere here. As long as you work hard towards it, you will get to where you want to get to. And again, Faith came in knowing nothing about volleyball. I think she was a cheerleader / gymnast. And then she came in as a freshman, did a ton of work over the summer, took tons of lessons, played over the summer, travel ball, and she got to where she got to, and I'm guessing that is her goal.
So I know that she doesn't want to play volleyball in college, which makes me a little sad, honestly. Like, I think that she could have been a great defensive player somewhere. Like, height is obviously big in volleyball, so if you're not super tall, like, you're probably not gonna go very far. But I'm small, and defensively, like, you could have put up a fight back there. But, you know, her choice. I understand, like, people want to go off to college and experience the college experience without volleyball, without the pressure of sports, and be able to focus on academics. but she's very smart, and I think that she's very creative, and I don't see her outside of volleyball a lot, but she gives me that energy. I feel that she's creative, and I feel like she would do really well. Like, when she gets to college and she's deciding, are you decided already what you're gonna? You want to be, okay, so that makes a little more sense. Like when people say biology, you're thinking like, oh, you're going to med school or you're gonna be a nurse or, you know, whatever. But that is a little bit like more out of the box. Like most people don't think that. And like that all comes back around to her like more calm, kind charisma about her. It's like I can totally see that following with animals. But I think she's gonna be super successful. Yeah.
So, I'm not playing in college. I don't want to play in college. I honestly want to work on my studies, being able to get into the veterinary world. I want to explore animals. I love animals so much. I just really want to zone in on my college life because obviously being a student athlete is like kind of hard to juggle, and I know it's so much more of a commitment in college. It's not that I'm not really willing to make that commitment, it's just I really want to explore what the regular student college life is, and I'm just really excited to explore that.